Hello, I'm Howard Batie. This PowerPoint presentation will provide a quick overview of the Spiritual Journeys program, its goals and objectives, and a discussion of the procedures used to obtain those objectives. It will also let you know what new spiritual abilities you will have if you decide to take your own spiritual journeys. So let's get started. Spiritual Journeys is a safe and effective program that uses self-hypnosis as one way you can significantly accelerate the development of your own innate spiritual abilities and access an expanded conscious state of awareness that I just call your spiritual area. There you'll be able to consciously communicate with your own higher self and spirit guide, and these beings can provide much valuable information and assist you to safely explore the higher spiritual dimensions of reality. In the past several years, there's been a huge increase in the interest in spirituality. A lot of people are beginning to meditate, looking inward for the really big answers to the really big questions that we ask. Why am I here? What is life really all about? Or how can I help myself to grow spiritually? There's a longing within a lot of people for truthful answers to questions like these. The incredible amount of information that's now available to the seeker has fueled a great thirst for a personal spiritual experience of the answers that we seek to those questions. And that's exactly what Spiritual Journeys is designed to do, to give you the personal experience of your true spiritual nature, to let you feel and know the goodness and the rightness of who you really are. And an excellent way you can make this happen very rapidly is to learn how to quickly bring yourself into a state of deep self-hypnosis, and then raise your consciousness up into a much higher state of awareness that allows you to become consciously aware of the spiritual experiences that your eternal soul has already been through. And you can achieve this and many other spiritual abilities in just several days, not years and years of meditation. And the other huge advantage of the Spiritual Journeys program is that you'll be able to get reliable spiritual guidance and useful information anytime you want, all by yourself. In addition to learning how to consciously ask questions and receive answers from your own higher self and spirit guide, the Spiritual Journeys program includes showing you how you can take your skills for healing yourself and others to significantly higher levels. Also, how to expand your own spiritual awareness as you re-experience many events in the development of your own soul, and even how to tap into the library of all experiences and knowledge of all beings and all events in creation, the body of knowledge that some call the Akashic Records. Now let's look at the procedures that let us meet all of those objectives. In the first session with your Spiritual Journeys practitioner, you'll be taught how to move yourself into deep self-hypnosis and safely emerge yourself from self-hypnosis without assistance. Then you'll be given a practice CD or digital file and a set of written instructions on how to use the CD each day for about a week or so to reinforce and even deepen the trance state that you're able to achieve all by yourself. After you've practiced self-hypnosis each day with the CD for a week or so, your second session will teach you how to begin from the deeply relaxed state that you've been practicing, and then let your awareness expand and rise higher and higher, all the way up into a state of conscious awareness that I just call your spiritual area. After you experience those higher sensations for a moment, you're then taught how to safely and easily return to full conscious awareness, clearly remembering the feelings and sensations that you experienced while in your spiritual area. Then you're given another CD or digital file that guides you to practice returning to your own spiritual area, pausing there for a moment, and then returning to full conscious awareness all by yourself. At the end of the second week of practice, you'll return for your third Spiritual Journeys session. The Spiritual Journeys practitioner will ask you to quickly move up into your spiritual area using the technique that you've been practicing, and this will only take a few seconds. Then, when you're in that higher state of awareness, you'll be guided to consciously meet your higher self and spirit guide, and in a two-way conversation with each, you'll receive a personal message from these spiritual beings. Your session is normally recorded, so you can review it later if you wish. These first 3 sessions teach you a very powerful spiritual ability to obtain useful and truthful guidance and information that you can apply in your daily life. You can ask questions and get answers that will always help you to grow in wisdom and help you to continue evolving spiritually. The first 3 sessions are all necessary to give you a solid foundation for using self-hypnosis as one way to access your spiritual area. Other methods with which I'm familiar and have practiced include the inner light consciousness meditation technique, the autogenic relaxation process from healing touch, advanced practice, and the transcalar healing technique, which relies solely on intention and focused breath work instead of self-hypnosis. Each of these techniques can prepare you to safely explore the spiritual realms if you wish. However, the Spiritual Journeys program provides for 3 subsequent optional pathways that can be followed to explore the spiritual realms at your own pace. The first pathway is for those who would like to expand their energetic or spiritual healing abilities with advanced spiritual techniques and provide the higher dimensional energies that are now available. Or you could explore the second pathway of 4 or more sessions that let you consciously expand your awareness of who and what you are as a purely spiritual being, as you recall many of your own previous physical and spiritual experiences since your soul was brought into being by the Creator. And the third pathway, exploration of the spiritual realms, is comprised of several optional sessions that can be taken in any order to investigate the infinite number of topics and events recorded in the universal Akashic Records. And I'll discuss several suggested journeys in a moment. Each of these 3 pathways is optional and independent of the others, and you can explore one or all of them at your own pace. So now let's take a closer look at what's available in each of these 3 optional pathways that are available for you to explore, beginning with the spiritual healing pathway. The first of the 3 spiritual journeys in the healing pathway is to the Hall of Transformation, where you'll learn to use the transformational power of the violet flame of Saint Germain to transmute and release any negative energies that may remain within your own energy field or in your relationships with others. Such negative energies may result in harmful or limiting physical conditions or diseases, negative or toxic emotional feelings toward yourself or others, or even destructive beliefs, ideas, and thoughts that are harmful to yourself or others. Journey 5 is a visit to the Temple of Healing, where you can take yourself, or with their permission someone else, for a healing session with the Angelic Kingdom. Your white light angels will first heal and balance your energy field on all levels of your being, the physical, etheric, emotional, mental, and spiritual levels, healing and balancing them all with higher dimensional healing energies from Source or Creator. Spiritual Journey 6 is a beautiful guided meditation to consciously move you into your own personal pyramid of light, where you can experience the higher dimensional healing light of Creator, and then expand your pyramid to encompass the collective consciousness of humanity on and in Gaia, Mother Earth, bringing healing energies to the entire planet and to all of life on and in Gaia. And in doing so, you are supporting and accelerating the rise of consciousness, the ascension of humanity and Gaia into a higher dimension of physical existence, one where illusion, separation, and fear simply are not present. The personal spiritual growth pathway consists of 4 successively more detailed journeys into your own eternal soul's experiences in its many travels throughout creation. Spiritual Journey 7 begins by teaching you how to access your own personal Akashic Record of soul experiences by re-experiencing a pleasant previous lifetime on Earth. It could be in any country or culture. It could be as a man or as a woman, and you might be of any race or color at all. It might be 100 years ago or 1,000 years ago. But you'll learn and know how it feels to actually re-experience who you were and what you did in other places and other times here on Earth. This is not a therapeutic session, so you won't re-experience any physical or emotional traumas. Instead, this session is to allow you to become comfortable with recalling information that isn't otherwise available from your own physical memory. In Journey 8, you'll recall the very first time that your soul essence experienced a human physical lifetime on planet Earth. You'll also recall why your soul essence chose to incarnate here on Earth, what you felt as your consciousness approached Earth for the very first time, and what you experienced as a portion of your infinite soul essence moved into a human body for the first time. You'll also recall many details of that physical lifetime with your family and how you grew and lived in that culture long ago. Perhaps it was hundreds of years ago or even many thousands of years ago, but your eternal soul essence, your higher self, clearly remembers it all as if it were just yesterday. Spiritual Journey 9 takes you back even further into your own eternal soul's record, to the very instant that you first became aware of yourself as a unique and individual consciousness separate from Creator. What were you aware of at that instant? How did you feel? What did you decide to do? And where did you choose to go, and why? Everything that you have experienced is recorded in your eternal soul's memory, your own personal Akashic Record. And now that you have access to your record, all this information is available for you to consciously remember. Perhaps there were even visits to galaxies and planets other than Earth. If so, did you incarnate there as well? And if so, what kind of physical being were you? And why did you go there? What did you learn there? Each soul's journey is unique from all other beings because it's what your own soul has experienced in all its travels. At the moment your soul was created, even before you became a separate individual soul essence, your very earliest memories are now also available for you to consciously recall as well. We were all initially created within the consciousness of Creator, and our first awareness was that of complete unity and oneness with Creator, its light and its love. The memory and feeling and knowing of that oneness with all of creation is also a part of your eternal soul's record. And to re-experience that feeling and knowing is spiritually transforming and reaffirming to our conscious minds. Yes, there is a plan. There is a purpose for each soul's existence, and your personal spirit guide who was present at your creation will always be available to assist and guide you as you venture out into the created universe and choose what you wish to explore and experience. The third pathway that's available in the Spiritual Journeys program is designed to let you explore many aspects and events that are all recorded in the Akashic Record, but not directly associated with your own personal experiences. Examples include what life was like in ancient civilizations, such as Lemuria or Atlantis, how the Great Pyramids were actually constructed, the true history of mankind on Earth, the higher dimensional assistance we're receiving from other civilizations and organizations, and literally any event that has occurred on Earth or anywhere in this and other universes. We're told that all this and much more is now available in the cosmic Akashic Records, and that we're now permitted conscious access to any information that we wish to explore. As we have been told, seek and ye shall find. However, as always, we must be able to understand what we've requested to know, and along with great information and knowledge comes great responsibility for using that information only for the greater good of all concerned. The nature and characteristics of the angelic kingdom can also be investigated. You can learn more about the functions and responsibilities of the various spiritual beings that help to create and guide universes, worlds, and individual souls. In our initial conversations with the angelic kingdom, we learned that each of these spiritual beings is simply overjoyed that we're now beginning to consciously interact with them and to understand them and their functions much better. The animal, plant, and mineral kingdoms can also be investigated to learn more about their responsibilities in support of each other, in support of Gaia, the consciousness of Mother Earth, and in support of us humans as well. The more we learn about these kingdoms, the better stewards we will be for the healthy and mutual supportive interactions with these realms. We've learned that the mineral kingdom was created first so it could provide soil for the development of the trees and flowers of the plant kingdom, which in turn provides sustenance for the development and growth of myriad residents of the animal kingdom, which eventually included humankind. The elemental kingdom includes the earth energies, such as gnomes, fairies, and elves, the sprites of the air element, and salamanders of the fire element, and the undines of the water element. Their influences for supporting the life processes within the earth and atmosphere, and also their interactions with Mother Earth and with the plant, mineral, and animal kingdoms, are also fascinating learning adventures. Spiritual Journeys 15 looks into what is now recorded in the Akashic Record as highly probable and even very likely outcomes and advances in the way we live, the way we'll use our energy sources, responsive new governmental and political institutions that really work, fair global monetary policies, technological advances, emphasis on increasing health and wellness instead of just treating negative symptoms, and a host of social and civil changes that must and are coming about now and in the very near future. Of course, the farther we look out, the fuzzier the picture becomes, since what the future holds totally depends on what we choose to do now. Nevertheless, it's a fascinating and ever-growing, ever-changing landscape for us to shape. What would a world without illusion and fear look like? As humanity consciously chooses to forego judgment and fear, and let our hearts rule our actions instead of our ego minds, what are we individually capable of? As we each move beyond the what's in it for me mentality and adopt a how can I help you mentality, how will our relationships change? As we collectively begin to work together for common goals, what kind of stewards for our communities, countries, and planets can we become as we continue to evolve into a spacefaring race? What will we export to the new worlds we will explore? Friendship and cooperation, or control and confrontation? It's our choice. The golden age is ours to create. In summary, the Spiritual Journeys program is a complete and comprehensive program that allows you to quickly develop your spiritual awareness and abilities, and also provides a deeply personal and rich experience each step of the way. Once you use the abilities taught to you and the information you receive as you explore your own spiritual self, you'll never look at yourself or at others in the same way again. You'll be opening up to more spiritually transforming experiences that will positively enrich your life and also all your own future lives. Be sure to get the second edition of the user's manual that accompanies and fully describes the Spiritual Journeys program. Go to Amazon.com, click on Books, and in their search box, enter Spiritual Journeys. The manual provides a detailed, suggested step-by-step process for the hypnotherapist to guide you through each individual Spiritual Journeys session. Although this program is intended to be administered by a fully trained and certified hypnotist or hypnotherapist, the manual is written for everyone to easily read and understand, and shows what you and the hypnotherapist would do in each journey. However, the suggested steps describe what to do, not how to do them. The detailed instructions and scripts for each journey, along with full program documentation to safely guide you through each journey, are available to certified hypnotherapists by following the instructions on my website, howardbatie.com. If you're not a hypnotherapist but would like to experience your own spiritual journeys, you should locate a fully qualified and trained, spiritually oriented hypnotherapist who can coach you through each spiritual journey that you wish to experience. Your best bet for locating such a hypnotherapist will be to rely on the personal recommendation of someone you know who has received spiritual journeys sessions, or you can just do an internet Google search for spiritual hypnotists or spiritual regression. Also be aware that some certified hypnotherapists who practice past life regression are probably more open to providing spiritual regression as well. Also, most major international hypnosis organizations have a Locate a Provider box to search the database of their own members. Organizations that have members who might be open to providing spiritual journeys services include the National Association of Transpersonal Hypnotherapists, the Newton Institute for Life Between Lives Hypnotherapy, practitioners of Dolores Cannon's QHHT, or Quantum Healing Hypnotherapy Technique, the Spiritual Regression Therapy Association based in the UK, or the National Guild of Hypnotists. And once you've located a practitioner, contact them and make an appointment to begin your own spiritual journeys. But before you go to your first appointment, you might want to watch my 35-minute YouTube video called What Hypnosis Is and Isn't and How It Works. It's an informative PowerPoint presentation about the strengths and limitations of hypnosis and why hypnosis is so effective for such a wide range of uses. If you're a hypnotherapist and would like to teach spiritual journeys to your clients, go to my website, then click on Spiritual Journeys and scroll down to the bottom of the page. You'll find a link there to request the complete Spiritual Journeys program documentation. Important: since this program involves teaching self-hypnosis to your clients, you must also provide a copy of your certification as a hypnotist or hypnotherapist before receiving the link. Thanks for taking the time to learn about how the Spiritual Journeys program can help you along your own spiritual path. I hope you found it informative and enlightening. And if you have any questions, you can contact me at my email shown here.